What is good, Blue Jays fans? It's a sad topic that I'm going to talk about. It's a topic that I've spoke on a couple of videos. December 1st is the CBA expiration deadline. The lockout as of December 1st. A lockout doesn't necessarily mean a canceled season. Back in 2021-22, there was a lockout, and what it did was the spring training was delayed. And that's the best outcome. The worst outcome is the 2027 season is completely erased. Wait till 2028. Now, it is that a labor impasse could delay, shorten, or disrupt 2027. But canceling to get to that stage, that would be the extreme. The best case outcome, a deal arrives before the expiration date and allowing a normal off-season in spring training, middle ground, negotiations extend into the off-season, creating delays but avoiding lost regular season games. Worst case outcome, a lengthy lockout affects the start of the season and forces changes to the schedule. Now, William Sports makes the uncertainty visible. Manfred announced that the Toronto Blue Jays are going to host the MLB All-Star Game in 2029. That is fucking awesome. Man, I would love to work that All-Star Game. And would that mean the Home Run Derby and the next All-Star competition, or whatever they call it, would that also be played in Toronto? So, wow. Yeah, that'll be fucking awesome. But the Blue Jays and Chicago Cubs scheduled to play in the 2027 Little League Classic on Thursday, August 19th, 2027. I think that's where Vladdy should play because he's playing like a little leaguer. The event is expected to be the 10th edition of the game, which pairs major leaguers with little league participants and has become one of the MLB's most distinctive annual showcases. Well, that's great. So here's why both sides have pressure. Owners and players have strong financial reasons to avoid a shutdown. Lost games would mean lost ticket sales, local television inventory, ballpark revenue, players' salary, and employees' salary who works at these stadiums, like myself. I'd be losing a lot of money if the MLB did the dumbest thing in the world, and that is lock out the entire season. I would miss 5 to 6 months of work. That wouldn't be good for me, and it wouldn't be good for any other stadiums who have employees that works at the concession stands, does the e-ticket thing, cleaners, Hallmark, if they have Hallmark cleaners in other places like the Rogers Center, that could kill their pocket. I'm more worried about people like me who depend on baseball happening in order to be able to live in an expensive place like Toronto by having paychecks come to me every 2 weeks. Because this is my only job. I don't have a social life. I don't have friends. I don't have relationships. This is the only thing I have is work. This is what makes me happy. Working at Rogers Center, still wanting games is not the same as agreeing on the issue that shapes a collective bargaining agreement. Negotiations can involve the sports revenue system, competitive balance, player compensation, service time, roster rules, other terms that affect both large markets and small market clubs. Neither Manfred's comments nor the schedule announcement identifies which issues are proving hardest to resolve. The absence of detail is important. Public optimism can lower the temperatures around negotiations, but it cannot by itself settle the economic questions that drive a labor fight. The next signal will be substance. For now, Manfred's position is clear that MLB intends to play in 2027 and wants a deal with the players that is the league's stated plan, not a declaration that the labor risk has disappeared. The most meaningful developments will be signs that bargaining is moving beyond routine meetings, a clear negotiating timeline, public evidence of progress, agreement on major issues, or alternatively, sharper language for either side as December 1st nears. Fans do not need to treat the 2027 season as canceled or even necessarily doomed, but they should separate the announced schedule from the unresolved negotiations underneath it. MLB is planning for opening day, the Little League Classic, and the rest of the normal season. The deal that makes those plans secure has yet to be completed. My question is, if there is so much uncertainty to 2027 as a whole, why put out the 2027 schedule if there's so much uncertainty in the air in MLB owners and players' minds and the commissioner